She posted, "Whoever comments first gets to be my new boyfriend. Current one failed the test." I commented, "Her dad's number is his number." Her father saw the post in 3 minutes. She's still grounded, and she's 27 years old. Her dad made her write me a 10-page apology letter. I, 26 male, am still processing the absolute circus that my ex-girlfriend Beatrice, 27, created with her loyalty test that went nuclear in ways she never imagined. Been dating Beatrice for about 14 months. Things were good, or so I thought. She worked as a marketing coordinator, I'm in IT support. We met through a mutual friend's game night. Normal stuff. Last Thursday I'm at work fixing someone's laptop when my phone starts blowing up. Like, notification after notification. Check it during break and see I'm tagged in something on Instagram. Beatrice posted this gem. "Attention everyone. My boyfriend just failed the ultimate loyalty test. I had my friend Giselle text him pretending to be interested and he replied to her. So here's the deal. Whoever comments first on this post gets to be my new boyfriend. I'm done with disloyal men. Single and ready, loyalty test, he failed so bad." The evidence she posted? A screenshot of me replying, "Sorry, I have a girlfriend," to her friend's text. That's it. That was my crime. Politely declining her friend's advance. I sat there for a solid minute just staring. The post already had 89 likes and climbing. Comments flooding in from thirsty dudes shooting their shot. Then I had an idea. A beautiful, terrible idea. See, Beatrice's dad, Roberto, is old school traditional, like still makes her text when she gets home traditional. Former military, owns 3 hardware stores, the kind of guy who has opinions about everything and isn't shy about sharing them. He also happens to follow me on Instagram because I helped him set up his store's social media last year. So I commented, "Roberto's number is number. He should probably see what his daughter is posting online." Then I screenshotted everything and sent it directly to Roberto with a simple message. "Sir, thought you should see this. Beatrice says I failed her test because I told her friend I have a girlfriend. 3 minutes. That's how long it took." My phone rings. It's Roberto. "Son, is this real?" "Yes, sir, check her Instagram." The post where she's auctioning herself to strangers on the internet? That's the one. I hear him take a deep breath, the kind that means someone's about to catch hell. "Thank you for letting me know. We'll handle this." The post disappeared within 10 minutes. Then my phone started getting texts from Beatrice. "WTF did you do? My dad is coming to my apartment. This is so not cool. You're such a snitch. I was just joking around. Please call him and tell him it was a joke." I didn't respond. Just watched the meltdown happen in real time through her stories before those disappeared too. About an hour later, Giselle, the friend who texted me, calls me. "Dude, what did you do? Roberto just showed up at Beatrice's apartment and she's crying. I informed her father about a public post she made. That's all. He's making her pack a bag. He says she has to move back home. Sounds like a family matter." "You're evil," she said, but I could hear her trying not to laugh. "I'm single, apparently. My girlfriend just tried to auction me off on Instagram." That evening, Roberto calls me again. "Son, I apologize for my daughter's behavior. I thought I raised her better than this. She's moving back home for a while until she learns how to act like an adult." "I appreciate that, sir, but you don't need to apologize for her." "I do. You were respectful to her friend, told her you had a girlfriend. That's what a loyal man does. Meanwhile, my daughter is playing games on the internet like a teenager. At 27 years old, it's embarrassing." Then he drops this. "She'll be writing you an apology letter, a proper one. Handwritten, 10 pages minimum." "Sir, that's really not necessary." "It is. She needs to understand that actions have consequences. Playing with people's feelings isn't a game." Update 1. Holy crap, you guys called it. The entitlement is real. So Beatrice has been at her parents' house for 3 days now. The family drama has been insane according to mutual friends. Here's what I've learned. 1. Roberto changed the Wi-Fi password so she can't post on social media. 2. She has to be home by 9 p.m. every night. 3. He's making her work at one of his hardware stores on weekends. 4. She has to attend church with her mom every Sunday. She hasn't gone in years. But here's where it gets wild. Beatrice's mom, Carmen, called me yesterday. Sweet lady. Always liked her. "Honey, I'm so sorry about all this. We had no idea she was behaving this way." Turns out, This wasn't her first loyalty test. Carmen found out Beatrice has been doing this stuff for years. Testing boyfriends, playing games, posting about it online for attention. There's a whole folder on her laptop of loyalty test ideas she got from TikTok. But wait, it gets better. Remember Giselle, the friend who texted me? She came clean to Roberto about everything. Apparently, Beatrice has been using her to test multiple boyfriends. The last 3 guys Beatrice dated all got the same treatment. All failed for responding politely. Roberto is livid. He found out his daughter has been treating relationships like some reality TV show. Then yesterday, the letter arrived. Not the apology letter. Oh no, a letter from Beatrice's friend group. These entitled brats actually had the audacity to write me a group letter saying, "Dear Travis, we are writing to express our disappointment in your actions. What you did to Beatrice was completely out of line. She was just having fun and testing your loyalty, which is what any smart woman does. By involving her father, you've shown that you're controlling and manipulative. You've ruined her life. She can't even post on her stories anymore. She has to work at a hardware store on weekends. She's basically a prisoner. This is abuse by proxy. We demand that you, 1, call Roberto and tell him it was all a misunderstanding. 2, apologize to Beatrice publicly. 3, pay for her therapy because you've traumatized her. 4, delete any screenshots you have. 5, take responsibility for overreacting nothing. If you don't do these things, we'll make sure everyone knows what kind of person you are. We have a platform of over 10K followers combined. Giselle, Harmony, Jade, and Destiny." I laughed so hard I almost cried. These girls really thought they could threaten me? I screenshotted the letter and sent it to Roberto with the caption, "Sir, your daughter's friends are now trying to threaten me. Thought you should know." 20 minutes later, Roberto responds, "Thank you. Having a family meeting tonight. This ends now." Update 2. The entitlement escalation is off the charts. So after Roberto got the threat letter from Beatrice's girl squad, things went absolutely nuclear at the family meeting. According to my buddy Dennis, who's dating Beatrice's cousin, here's what went down. Roberto printed out everything. The threat letter, the original post, screenshots of all the loyalty tests Beatrice had saved on her laptop, laid it all out on the dining room table. Then he called Beatrice's older brother Alonzo, 32, and younger sister Lucia, 24, to come over. Full family intervention style. Alonzo took one look at everything and goes, "You're 27 years old doing this. I'm embarrassed to be related to you." Lucia, who's in law school, pointed out that the threat letter could technically be considered harassment and extortion. Beatrice tried to defend herself. "Everyone does loyalty tests. It's normal. Travis is just being dramatic." Carmen shut that down real quick. "Show me one married couple you know who started with loyalty tests. I'll wait." But here's where Beatrice went full nuclear entitled. She tried to file a harassment claim against me at the police station. Yeah, you read that right. She somehow snuck out of the house, told her mom she was going to the gym, went to the station and tried to file a report saying I was cyberstalking her and turned her family against her. The officer taking the report asked for evidence. She showed him the screenshot of me commenting her dad's phone number on her public post. Officer apparently said, "Ma'am, you made a public post. He commented publicly. Then you received consequences from your father. Where's the harassment?" She demanded to speak to a supervisor. Supervisor came out, looked at everything and goes, "Miss, you publicly announced you were looking for a new boyfriend while in a relationship. Your boyfriend informed your father. That's not harassment, that's consequences." But then she made a crucial mistake. She told them about the threat of her dad making her write an apology letter and work at the hardware store. "Are you saying your father is forcing you to work against your will?" "Yes, he's making me work retail. I have a degree." "Ma'am, are you being held against your will?" "I mean, no, but he changed the Wi-Fi password." The supervisor actually had to turn away to hide his smile, according to the officer who told Dennis, who told me. They sent her home with a warning about filing false reports. Roberto was waiting in the parking lot. He tracked her phone. The man made her work double shifts at the hardware store that weekend. But the group letter girls weren't done. Oh no, they started a social media campaign. Justice for Beatrice started trending in our local area. They made TikToks about toxic men who can't handle strong independent women testing their loyalty. One video got 50K views. Title: My BFF's BF snitched to her dad because he failed the loyalty test. Story time. In the video, Giselle is crying, talking about how I'm a master manipulator who weaponized family trauma and financially abused Beatrice by, checks notes, not stopping her dad from making her work. The comments were not what they expected. So she cheated emotionally and got grounded? Good. 27 years old, acting 17, dad did right. Loyalty test equals toxic behavior, boyfriend is smart. Team Roberto, we stan a dad with boundaries. Bro dodged a missile, not a bullet. My favorite comment with 15K likes. Imagine being 27 and your dad has to ground you because you don't know how to act right on the internet. The girls doubled down, posted a follow-up demanding people stop victim blaming and support women's right to test men. That video got absolutely roasted. Someone even made a reaction video that got 200K views entitled Friends Defend Grown Woman Getting Grounded, with clips of them crying about the Wi-Fi password while showing Beatrice's original auction post. Then Harmony, the smartest of the bunch apparently, tried a different approach. She reached out to me privately. Hey Travis, this has gotten out of hand. Can we talk? Maybe over coffee? I always thought you were too good for Beatrice anyway. Girl was trying to shoot her shot while her friend was grounded. I screenshotted that too. Sent it to the group chat with all the guys. Added the caption, loyalty among the loyalty test crew. That screenshot somehow made it back to Beatrice. The nuclear meltdown text I got was epic. I cannot believe Harmony, that snake. And you've ruined everything. I'm stuck sorting screws at my dad's store while my supposed best friend is trying to get with you. This is all your fault. When I get my phone back, I'm going to expose everyone. Wait, how was she texting me if her phone was taken? Turns out she was using the store's landline to text through an app on the computer when Roberto was at lunch. I forwarded that to Roberto too. Man, I was becoming a professional snitch at this point and I had zero shame about it. Update 3. The 10-page apology letter arrived today. But first, let me tell you what happened in the lead-up. So Roberto found out about Beatrice using the store computer to send threats. He didn't just take away her phone, he gave her a flip phone. Just for emergencies, no internet, no apps, just calls and texts. The meltdown was apparently legendary. According to Lucia, who's been feeding me updates because she finds this whole thing hilarious, Beatrice threw an actual tantrum, like on the floor, kicking her feet tantrum. Roberto's response? You want to act like a child? I'll treat you like one. Keep it up and I'll take away the car next. She kept it up. He took the car. Now she has to get rides from her mom or take the bus to work. The hardware store is a 45-minute bus ride with 2 transfers. But here's where the entitlement went. Stratospheric. Beatrice tried to get her friends to create a GoFundMe. I'm not kidding. The title was, Help Beatrice Escape Financial Abuse. The description claimed she was being held hostage by her controlling father and needed money to escape to safety and rebuild her life after domestic trauma. Goal, $10,000. It was live for exactly 3 hours before Roberto found out. How? One of his customers saw it and showed him while he was at the store. The customer, Rob, isn't this your daughter? Says here she's being abused. Roberto read it. Called Carmen. Carmen called Alonzo. Alonzo called Lucia. The family meeting that night was brutal. Alonzo, you're fundraising because dad made you get a job? Are you insane? This is actually fraud. You could get arrested for this. Carmen, we give you free room and board, and you're calling it abuse? Roberto didn't even yell. He just said, you have 2 choices. Take down the GoFundMe and write that apology letter, or pack your things and figure it out on your own. No car, no phone, no financial support, nothing. Beatrice tried to call his bluff. Fine, I'll move in with Giselle. Okay. Started walking to her room to pack her stuff. Beatrice caved in 0.3 seconds. Wait, I'll write the letter. But the friends weren't done. They posted a TikTok of them protesting outside the hardware store. 5 grown women with signs saying, Free Beatrice, loyalty tests are valid, Roberto is a tyrant, Travis is toxic. Roberto came out, took one look, and called the cops for trespassing. They scattered like roaches. The best part? A customer filmed it and posted it online with the caption, "Grown women protesting because their friend got grounded for acting foolish. The dad is a legend." It went viral. 2.8 million views. The comments were brutal. 27 years old protesting a grounding is crazy work. Roberto for president, honestly. Those signs looking like a cry for help for... Imagine explaining this to your kids one day. Someone made a remix of them running away when the cops came with the Benny Hill theme song. That got 5 million views. Now, the letter. It arrived this morning. Certified mail. Had to sign for it and everything. 10 pages, handwritten in cursive. Roberto made her write it in cursive because it builds character. Here are some highlights. Dear Travis, page 1. I am writing this letter to apologize for my behavior, though I still think you overreacted. Roberto apparently made her rewrite page 1 4 times until she removed all the buts and those statements. Page 3. I understand now that loyalty tests are a form of manipulation and emotional abuse. I was treating our relationship like a game instead of respecting you as a person. Page 5. I apologize for publicly humiliating you and trying to auction off our relationship for internet validation. This was immature, disrespectful, and cruel. Page 7. I also apologize for my friend's behavior. Their threats and harassment were unacceptable, and I take responsibility for enabling their toxic behavior patterns. Page 9. Working at my father's store has taught me the value of honest work and respect. I see now that I was living in a fantasy world where consequences didn't exist. Page 10. I do not expect forgiveness, but I needed to acknowledge the harm I caused. You deserve a partner who trusts and respects you, not someone who plays games with your feelings. Sincerely, Beatrice. P.S. My dad is making me add that he was right to contact you about my behavior and that you are welcome at the store anytime for the family discount. But here's the best part. At the bottom of page 10, there was another note in different handwriting. Travis, this is Roberto. She had to rewrite this letter 11 times before it was acceptable. She's also banned from social media until further notice and will be working every weekend until she saves enough to pay me back for the time I spent dealing with this nonsense, which I've calculated at 40 hours at my overtime rate. Thank you for showing me what my daughter was really up to online. You're a good man, Roberto S. Carmen says you should come for dinner Sunday. She's making her famous enchiladas. Final update. This will be my last update because honestly, I've moved on and life is good. So I did go to that dinner at Roberto and Carmen's house. Walked in and there was Beatrice serving drinks and appetizers. The look on her face when she saw me? Priceless. Roberto, Beatrice, say hello to our guest. Beatrice, through gritted teeth. Hello, Travis. Welcome. The dinner was actually lovely. Carmen's enchiladas were incredible. Lucia brought her boyfriend. Alonzo brought his wife and kids. It was a normal family dinner, except for Beatrice silently seething in the corner. At one point, Roberto's 8-year-old granddaughter asked, "Why is Tia Beatrice so grumpy?" Roberto, "She's learning about consequences, Mija." What's consequences? When you do something silly and have to fix it. Like when I drew on the wall and had to clean it. Exactly like that. Beatrice looked like she wanted to disappear into the floor. After dinner, Roberto pulled me aside. I wanted to thank you properly. We had no idea she was living this double life online. The disrespect, the games, the manipulation, it would have continued if you hadn't told us. Then he handed me an envelope. Gift certificate to the store. Lifetime family discount. You're a good man, Travis. As I was leaving, Beatrice cornered me in the driveway. Are you happy? You've ruined my life. I'm a meme. I can't go anywhere without people recognizing me as the girl who got grounded at 27. I've lost followers, my friends think I'm radioactive, and I'm working at a hardware store. Me. Beatrice, I didn't do any of this. You posted our relationship status for auction. I just made sure the right person saw it. My dad didn't need to see it. Apparently, he did. She stomped back inside. That was the last time we spoke. Update on the friend group. Giselle tried to apologize to save face, but also got caught running the same loyalty test scheme on her boyfriend. He dumped her. Harmony is still trying to slide into my DMs. I blocked her on everything. Jade posted an apology video after her employer saw the viral videos and gave her a warning about her online behavior. Destiny went completely dark on social media after someone made a compilation video of all her toxic hot takes that got 10 million views. The viral fame, Roberto the Dad, became a minor internet sensation. Someone made t-shirts that said, "Team Roberto," and Roberto was right. He had no idea what was happening until a customer came into the store wearing one. He called me confused. "Travis, why are people wearing shirts with my name?" Had to explain internet culture to a 58-year-old traditional man. He was baffled but also kind of proud. "So, they think I did good? They think you're a legend, sir." "Huh, Carmen, I'm a legend on the computer." Where Beatrice is now, still living at home, still working at the hardware store. According to Lucia, she's actually gotten pretty good at it. Knows all the inventory, helps customers, the whole deal. She saved up about $3,000 so far from her work. Roberto told her once she saves $10,000 and keeps the job for 6 months straight, she can have her social media back. She's also in therapy now, not because I traumatized her, but because Carmen insisted she needs to work on her need for validation and game playing. The last I heard, she started dating some guy who doesn't have social media. Roberto approves because at least she can't test him on the internet. Where I am now, living my best life, honestly. Started dating this girl Ramona from my gym. First thing I told her, "Just so you know, I don't do tests. We communicate like adults or not at all." She laughed and said, "Are you the guy from that viral video, the one whose girlfriend got grounded?" "That's me. Legendary. Your ex was insane. We've been together 3 months now. No tests, no games, no public auctions, just normal adult relationship stuff. It's refreshing." Roberto still texts me sometimes, usually pictures from the store of Beatrice actually working, with captions like, "Character building in progress," or "Day 47 of consequences." I got one last week of her teaching a customer about different types of screws with the caption, "She knows more about hardware than Instagram now. Success. Final thoughts." Looking back, I regret nothing. I didn't ruin Beatrice's life. She posted our relationship for auction. I didn't make her dad ground her. Her behavior did that. I didn't force her friends to act entitled and threatening. They chose that. All I did was comment a phone number on a public post. Sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. Sometimes it's just making sure the right people see what someone's really doing. Natural consequences hit harder than anything you could plan. To everyone who followed this story, thanks for the support. To everyone who said I was wrong, she literally tried to auction me off on Instagram. Come on. To Roberto, you're a legend, sir. Thanks for the enchiladas and the lifetime discount. To Beatrice, if you're reading this from your flip phone somehow, your dad says you're doing better. Keep it up. Maybe one day you'll look back and realize this was the wake-up call you needed, or not. Either way, not my problem anymore. I'm out. Gonna go enjoy my drama-free relationship and my 40% off at Roberto's Hardware. Peace. P.S. Carmen's making tamales next month and I'm definitely going. Roberto promised to show me pictures of Beatrice's first successful inventory management report. He's so proud. It's honestly wholesome. P.P.S. Someone made a documentary-style YouTube video about this whole thing. It has 3 million views. The title is The Grounding Heard Round the Internet. A deep dive. They interviewed customers from the hardware store. One old man said, "That Roberto is old school. We need more fathers like him." Another said, "The girl seems nice now, very helpful with finding the right drill bits." Character development arc,